In this video, we look upwards to the airspace above 22ville, our custom LEGO City project with a unique house for every Series 22 CMF. This oddly shaped spaceship is both a vehicle and a house for the space creature. There have been plenty of alien minifigures in series past, so this one isn't too remarkable in its theming. Finally getting a purple classic space torso is great to see, a teal laser gun, and a really interesting use of the B minifigure's antenna being the eyes. It has a double-sided head too, which is neat, but there's not much of a difference here. Overall, it's a pretty average figure. It's cool, and it's certainly better than last year's alien in my opinion, but not one of the best out there. The most intriguing part about the figure is this container on his back, holding what we discovered last time to be an artificial aging serum. Oh, also his name is Joe. Keep this transparent green color in mind as we build Joe a fitting place to call home, an alien spaceship. Now, I've never really been into building ships, or any sort of vehicle for that matter. I prefer creating buildings and environments, so LEGO vehicles are a lot more of a challenge for me. I have a basic idea of what I want it to look like, and after a bit of concept art, I was able to nail down a design to shoot for. It'll look sort of like a fighter jet, with wings on both sides, a bubble cockpit in the front, and a large engine in the back. Plus, I want to incorporate some kind of laser ray, taking inspiration from this LEGO Space Police set where the back folds open to reveal the hidden ray gun. Except Joe wants the laser to come out from the bottom of the ship, for perfectly normal reasons, I'm sure. It's probably a good idea to start with this mechanism as the framework and build outwards from here. This laser, again, while left of the Space Police set, has quite a powerful energy source, and in its temporary frame, with the windscreen and engine about here, I can already start to imagine it, and it looks even better in the proper colors. Speaking of which, I'm going to try to use a purple and dark pink color scheme wherever I can, to match the suit and skin of the figure, supplemented by dark gray and pops of transparent green. It really helps to have a sister with LEGO Friends sets that I can steal all these pieces from, especially this right here. Literally matches perfectly. I was planning on making the wings brick built to provide for more unique shaping and detail possibilities, but after building one, the thing is already way too heavy, which is a problem for reasons I'll explain later on. The shaping also isn't all that spectacular, certainly nothing I couldn't do with much lighter plates. So let's just do that instead. That's more like it. There were only 2 of these purple quarter slopes in this set for some reason, so we couldn't use them for the moon base, but they'll work great to get the shaping of the front nose like this, leading up to the cockpit. The main console has all sorts of gizmos, gadgets, an advanced laser targeting system, and I think this one plays Space Invaders, which this ship would fit right into, come to think of it. I think I have the wrong game here. Originally, I had planned for the bubble to be in the front, kind of like the ship from LEGO Worlds, but with the fighter jet direction I'm taking, it makes more sense on top. Unfortunately though, with all the space I need for the laser compartment, the cockpit needs to be pretty small, so Joe's back canister doesn't actually fit. He's already full grown anyways, so I'll try to use it somewhere else instead. For now, let's build the rear engine assembly and detail the wings a bit. I really like these transparent purple shields for details. I'm gonna work out a design on this side and then just mirror it over to the other side. Okay, I like where this is going, but I feel like we're missing something here. What if we introduce another color into the mix? Now, white doesn't really vibe with what we've got so far, so unfortunately we're gonna have to scrap this piece. But what about black? It fits perfectly with our palette, plus it matches up with the details on the figure itself. Generally, I try to avoid using black pieces, simply because of the way our sorting system is laid out. The black bin is filled with a bunch of big, annoying pieces with very few uses. Like, when am I ever going to use this? So digging through it is such a pain. It's rough and it's coarse and it just gets everywhere. However, I found that a bit of black detailing goes a long way, and somewhat worth digging through the bin for them. Once the first wing was done, I was able to quickly copy it over on the other side, and I gotta say, this is looking really cool. Now it's time to build up the bulk of the ship, the shell that surrounds the laser. Building upwards from the cockpit, I began to introduce some more dark pink pieces and slopes. We're running low on purple slopes though, since I already used most of them on the nose of the ship, so I had to get a bit creative. This looks kinda weird, but I guess I like it. Now that that's done, I can cover up the remaining gaps with plates and detail the top of the ship. I swapped out these gray plates for purple ones immediately, and made this really cool looking generator thingy. It's powered by the container I took from Joe's back earlier, and encased with a clear bubble on top. You know, this is really starting to look like the Mandalorian's new ship, isn't it? We gotta fix that. Odd streaks of pink bricks with these awesome fins poking out on top. That's different enough, right? Right? Turning around to the back, we can give Joe a license plate. These are his initials here. J.M. First name Joe, last name M. Joe Mama! There's also chrome fenders, because I just love chrome. And even turn signals. He doesn't want to get in trouble with the Space Police after all. This is looking really good, but I have one final touch to finish it off. These satellite dish antennas look just like the alien's weird eye stalks. Although, now I have to try something. No, I'm sorry. Alright, looks like it's all finished now. Okay, when I was getting footage of me digging through the black bin, I actually found some really cool pieces, so we're just gonna be adding those on here. I also made a few more tweaks, like souping up the engine, adding turbo boosters, and a ton of additional details on the underside of the wings. But I think it's actually all done now, maybe. At least it better be finished, because I'm not gonna be able to make any more changes after hanging it up above the city using fishing line. This stuff works great for lighter objects, but my ship probably weighs a couple pounds at this point, so let's just see how this goes.
I don't trust that for a minute.
With a line looped under each wing and 2 paper clips secured to the ceiling tiles, it's probably stable, at least for the time being. But the laser can still extend and retract with relative ease, so that's good, I think. The whole thing really does a great job of filling in the empty sky between the moon and the frozen tower, making the city feel so much more complete. All that's really left now is this middle stretch of gray base plates, which we'll dump the first house on next time. But for now, thanks for watching. Hit that snail-shaped like button if you enjoyed, and here's hoping the whole thing doesn't come crashing down. Darn black bin.